When you look at the sky, what do you expect to see? Fluffy clouds? Maybe a plane passing by? Or even a shooting star? And when it rains, we expect water, right? But what happens when the sky decides to surprise us in a much more unexpected way? Get ready for the 10 craziest things that have ever fallen from the sky. From vampire fish and money falling from the clouds, to military vehicles and even flying cows. That's right, cows. Stick around, and if you're not subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button. In 2007, a small province in Argentina experienced a very unusual downpour. Spiders. That's right. Thousands of spiders fell from the sky, covering streets and fields, and terrifying anyone nearby. To this day, no one knows exactly what caused this bizarre phenomenon, but the sight of so many spiders raining down is something no one will forget anytime soon. The most likely explanation is that the spiders built giant webs to catch prey, and somehow, these webs ended up airborne. Picture this. You're walking down the street, and out of nowhere, it starts raining money. That's exactly what happened in Germany in 2007 when hundreds of bills began falling from the sky. What seemed like an act of divine generosity was, in fact, a mystery that remains unsolved to this day. Authorities couldn't figure out where the money came from or why it was raining down, but people weren't exactly complaining. Have you ever seen a turtle fly? If you were in Florida in 2016, you might have witnessed it. A speeding car faced an unexpected accident when a turtle fell from the sky and smashed into its windshield. But there's a twist. The turtle didn't just grow wings. It was crossing the road when it was hit by another vehicle, launching it into the air. And guess where it landed? On the windshield of the car behind. Sounds like a scene from a movie, right? But it was real, and the best part is that the turtle survived its epic fall. Imagine being at a birthday party, enjoying the fun, when instead of balloons and laughter, what starts falling from the sky is poop? That's exactly what happened during a Sweet 16 party in Pennsylvania in 2015. Guests were shocked when waste from an airplane began falling right onto the celebration. The situation was a complete nightmare, and no one expected the cake to be so literal. Using a flight tracking app, the birthday girl's father identified 5 planes flying over the area at the time. The suspicion? One of them dumped its waste mid-flight. In 1997, a Japanese fishing boat was hit by a cow falling from the sky. Yes, you read that right. The cow was thrown out of a Russian plane that was transporting cattle to an unknown destination. The cows panicked mid-flight, causing instability, so the pilots made a drastic decision. They tossed them out of the plane. One cow hit the fishing boat, sinking it like a torpedo. Imagine the chaos. In rural Maranhão, Brazil, residents were startled awake in the middle of the night by a loud crash. What they found was a metallic sphere about the size of a soccer ball, weighing over 66 pounds. Some thought it was an alien object, but after some investigation, it turned out to be a piece of space junk. Imagine stumbling upon something like that on your doorstep. In Australia, residents of a small town were left speechless during a storm when thousands of fish rained from the sky. The strangest part? Many of them were still alive. Scientists explain that this phenomenon is caused by powerful tornadoes that can suck up fish from rivers and lakes, carrying them for miles before dropping them over cities. Alaska, 2015. A small town was hit by something far stranger than snowflakes. Vampire fish. These sharp-toothed creatures rained from the sky as if launched by some wild storm. And we're not talking about just one or two. There were plenty, landing on houses, streets, and parks. To make things worse, these creatures are quite creepy, looking like something straight out of an alien movie. In reality, they are parasitic fish. They lack jaws or bones, and their bodies are cartilaginous, much like snakes. But why did they fall from the sky? The most plausible theory is that seagulls were hunting them, and the fish slipped out of their beaks mid-flight as they squirmed in defense. Back in the 19th century, something sweet rained down in a Californian town. Sugar and candy. The town experienced a sugary downpour that made locals believe some kind of spell had been cast. For reasons unknown, candy rained over everything, and many took the opportunity to whip up homemade treats. It's not every day you get such a delicious rainfall, is it? In 2016, during a parachute test in Germany, 3 US military jeeps were dropped from planes. But something went wrong, and the parachutes failed to deploy properly, sending the vehicles plummeting to the ground. While the jeeps were destroyed, what shocked people the most was the sight of these giant vehicles seemingly flying through the air. Luckily, no one was injured in this unusual skyfall. So, what did you think of these stories? The sky definitely has its own way of putting on a show, doesn't it? After hearing all this, I think I'll start looking up more often when I leave the house. Who knows? Maybe instead of rain, I'll catch something like a briefcase full of money, or hopefully not, a vampire fish. Just kidding. These stories remind us how full of surprises our world is. Now tell us in the comments, which one did you find the craziest? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to share it with your friends. They'll want to know what might fall from the sky too. See you in the next video, and watch out for what's coming from above.